have the order block, right? The order block is always going to be that last selling candle before price runs to the upside, or the last buying candle before price runs to the downside. So just to give you an example of an order block, all right, let me go ahead and move this here. Let's say you have a candle like this. You have the last selling candle before the imbalance push to the upside, or the rally to the upside. Or if we're going downwards in a downtrend, you have the last buying up candle before the massive move to the downside. Right? So you can use these as well to catch some entries in the market. And again, it's always going to work best on the higher time frames. Higher time frames always give the best results. So let's see where an order block was actually respected. Let's go to the monthly and see if there were any monthly order blocks that were respected. Right? So we have one here. This last selling candle before the rally to the upside. We never came back there. This one counts here though. We have this last selling candle before the massive move up. And then price came right back down into this order block to continue. Most people, they like to mark up the high of the order block and the low. Okay, and that's your range. So price gave you the last selling candle before the move up, did its thing, and then came right back down, still respecting this order block before moving higher. Right? And if you want to dive deeper on order blocks, an order block technically, if you're looking at an uptrend, right, this last selling candle, technically this order block is the setup that we just went over. It's the liquidity, the sweep, break above, retest, and then boom, imbalances. That's essentially what's happening here, but on a smaller time frame. So let's actually dissect this even more. Let's go down to the weekly, and let's really dissect this. Let's really dissect this. Let's go down to even the daily. The same setup that we just went over in the previous videos. Again, this is the high of that order block, and that's the low. Remember. But if you look closely, what is this? We have liquidity being built up, right? And then we sweep the lows, break above the highs, retest, and gone, right? And then, like I said, price came all the way back down, still respecting this order block, and then continuing. So this order block is again the last selling candle before the massive up move, or the last buying candle before the massive down move. But if you zoom in, it's also the setup that we all know. It's also the accumulation or the distribution on a smaller time frame. But they just decided to call it an order block. But if you break it down internally, it's the structure. It's Wyckoff, right? Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.